Alright guys, this is Jeff, and we've got yet another arcade video coming to you. What I'm going to do with this video is I am going to show you all what I've come up with for a trackball solution for the ArcadeSD and for the 60-in-1 board that is an option. By the way, just let me know if you're interested in any kind of mini cocktails. Just letting you know here from the beginning that I am doing basically at this point doing an ArcadeSD board or a 60-in-1 board. Both options. Obviously the 60-in-1 board is cheaper because the board is cheaper. But what you're seeing here is an ArcadeSD. Lots and lots of great games on it, but there are limitations with the trackball. So what I've come up with, and I will just show you here, is this is the trackball I've come up with so far. I am going to look around for other ones, but this is a 2-inch trackball. Now I hadn't thought about this way back a couple years ago when I was doing this before. I have a 3-inch trackball that I was trying out that's in my Centipede cabinet right now, which was definitely too big for the mini cocktail arcade cabinet. This 2-inch one is much thinner and works quite well. I don't think it's it's not as good as the 3-inch, but the 3-inch ones were they're just made for the full-size cabinet. But I think it's going to work really well in a small cabinet. Now, what I'll do is show you the 60-in-1. I'm going to try to hold my camera a little bit more secure so that I don't make you all seasick here. I have been told that I shake around a little bit and realize that that is the case. So here's a 60-in-1 board. Now this trackball actually kind of where I'm getting it from is made for this. It comes with a cable that plugs right in here, and trackballs are 6 pin. Basically you've got a hot and a ground, and then you've got 4 pins. And I've learned a lot about them recently. I still haven't figured them out completely, but you've got 2 x-axes and or an x-axis and a y-axis, and 2 pins or 2 wires on each one, so a total of 4. And then here's the other end of this cable that basically will plug into COM 3 or COM 4, and you can actually hook up 2 trackballs to this 60-in-1, and it plays Centipede, Millipede, and then even though these were spinner games originally, Arkanoid and Super Breakout that is on this board can be played with the trackball as well, and you can go left and right. And with a joystick, it's very hard to play those games with a trackball. I can't say it's exactly like a spinner, but very, very good, because you can move it back and forth just so ever slightly. And then, like I said, and what happens is it knows what game you're on, and it just pops up. So if you want a 60-in-1 cocktail, which is obviously in vertical mode, you can have a trackball, and I could even put a trackball on both sides, because it'll handle up to 2. Let's see. So that's the 60-in-1. And then we've got the ArcadeSD. Now the ArcadeSD, basically to hook a trackball up, and it works the same way really with the 60-in-1 and a lot of other ones, is that you have to hook up to the joystick up, down, left, and right. Okay? Now the ArcadeSD is not designed to be in cocktail mode and have a trackball and 2 joysticks, because the trackball uses the player 2 joystick. So you say, well, why don't I just splice them? Well, a couple years ago, I tried that. If you splice them and then just hook both of them up at the same time, coming from the JAMA harness, well, this freaks out because the trackball, the micro switches, or they're not really micro switches in there. Let me just show you what I mean. I thought I would try to explain all this stuff. On a joystick, you got a micro switch, and it just you hit it and it comes up, right? So that's your movement. Well, with the trackball, everything inside is as if all the micro switches are like that the whole time. So the joystick just freaks out. So you can't do that. But the board maker told me one time, and I never quite got it working right. He said, hey, on the forum, Clav forum, you know, theoretically, you know, you could hook up a 4 PDT toggle switch. I have 2 switches setting here. These are not 4. I think these are 2, because there's 6 on the back, 6 connections on the back of this one, and 6 on the back of this one. If I have a 4, then it's 1 toggle switch, and it has 12 inputs on the back. So then what I do is I can run from the JAMA harness. I run 2 wires here, right? So in this case, this is left and right in the middle. And then I have wires going to the joystick on this side, and then wires going to the trackball on this side, so that when I flip it back and forth, it flips from the trackball over to the joystick. And this is what's considered an on-on switch. This is even labeled that way. Look, see, it's like says on-on. And then, but what I have set up is I'm using 2 switches right now for testing purposes. I would never put 2 switches in the cabinet. I would just make it with 1. But for testing purposes, I can switch these off, switch to the trackball, switch them to the other side, switch to the joystick. And that actually works. Now, that said, I'm going to show you something here. Now, bear with me with this. It's a little bit of a longer video, but I want you to understand how this works, so that if you want one, you'll know the limitations and what it takes to get it to work. Alright, so right now it's switched to joystick, right? So I'm going to just hit the player 2, right? So we've got Frogger, player 1. Now, it switches to cocktail. This is in cocktail mode, right? So it's working. No problem. Now, here's what you have to do if you want to go to trackball. I can't go and switch these over and then just immediately go to a trackball game, because it doesn't work that way. Here's what I have to do. Now I'm gonna do this with one hand, and you can time me how long it takes. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch these over, right? That actually has got an off in the middle, so. All right, so now it's switched over to trackball. I'm gonna hit my test switch right here, which is on the side of a cabinet. Here's the settings you have to change. You have to go into cabinet, and you have to switch to upright, save and exit. Then down here where it says press P2 for control setup, if I hit that, you can see the control setup is joystick, so it doesn't know to use a trackball. So now if I hit this and I go here, oops, and I use trackball, well, you can see that the trackball is working. Oops. And I hit that, and I go back. Now I'm ready to play. So now, if I go to missile command, and I hit 1, Now this is player 1. Well, look what works. It works. So then I can hit, and it works quite well. And if you ever tried to play Missile Command with a joystick, it's a lot harder than with a trackball. Of course, I'm doing it with one hand. All right, so that's the example. Now, again, here you time me. Oh, I want to go play Mario Brothers, and or something else with a player, and I need a player 2 joystick. Okay, now I've got to flip this back. Again, it'll be one switch, not two. Go into the test menu, cabinet settings, go back to cocktail. If I keep going past it. Joystick, exit, and now I'm ready to play you know, anything with player 2, right? So because I'm back in cocktail mode, so I'll show you. If I just kill myself here real quick, it'll switch over, and now I'm on player 2. Of course, it's upside down, but you can see I can use my joystick totally fine. All right, so that all said, it takes me about 20 seconds to switch it. Okay, now if you don't know where those things are, it may take you up to a minute. But if you're a trackball person and you really like Centipede or you really like Missile Command and you're willing to go through those you know, steps to switch back and forth, then I can do it. So I wanted to just show you firsthand how it works, and I can put in a trackball into the vertical side of the cabinet. I can put it in, what I'll end up doing is I'll put it in right here. I'll have my partner slash dad do the mounting stuff ahead of time, and then I can mount the trackball right here. And then I'll put the 3 buttons, not 2, but I'll put in 3 in the middle. And then over here on this side, I'll put in a joystick. And then what we're going to do with on this build, the player 1 and player 2 start buttons, we'll just go. Whoops. We'll just go over on this side, and it'll be on the player 1 side. I think I've got these reversed, but it'll be over here so that kind of everything's on one side, and it'll be real close by so that you can get to it. And also, what I wanted to show you, and this is official now, is a 3-panel mini cocktail. And you can see I got my 3 panels there. Dad brought me one over Christmas, and is able to make this for me now, and or for us. And we're working out things with wood, and we're doing some different things with wood and different types of wood. But we're just, you know, little by little making this better and better. He is actually on the woodworking, but we've brainstormed. So then, if you wanted a 3-panel, we can do vertical, horizontal. And you can do vertical, horizontal with a trackball installed here on this side. Now, of course, you won't be using a 16-1 in this type of cabinet because it doesn't do horizontal games. So hopefully all that makes sense. I don't want to go on for too long because I'm already up to about 14 minutes on this video, but wanted to explain how the trackball works, what we're looking at here, and how it would work with an SD. I've got a couple 4 PDT 12 connector toggle switches coming. I got like a black one and one of these. I want to try to get one that looks nice and figure out how to mount it and all that stuff, and how to use it. But one way or another, we'll get one that would go right on the side of the cabinet here somewhere, along with these other switches, and you just be able to flip it back and forth. I've got a couple of those coming. Hopefully it'll be here either tomorrow or Saturday, and that's it. So please let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about the trackball, I'm open to any suggestions. You know, I don't claim to be the wizard here or the best guy, especially when it comes to trackballs. I'm learning as I go, but I'm pretty happy that it is an option for the SD, and it's definitely an option for the 16-1. That works really well and is pretty easy. But if you're interested in a mini cocktail with a trackball or not, or a 3-panel, we can do the 3-panel ones now, and I can shoot you some prices. I'll put my email address in the comment section, and please do let me know what you think. And I will talk to you later. Bye.